Those are the top headlines for the hour, but first we turn to South Asia and at the 16th India-EU summit, along with the free trade agreement which was signed, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced a major expansion of defence and security cooperation with the EU. The new security and defence partnership focuses on joint production, co-development and technology sharing between India and European defence firms. Modi emphasised that the partnership will strengthen maritime security, cybersecurity and counter-terrorism efforts while supporting India's Make in India initiative and enhancing the EU's supply chain resilience. He called the summit a historic turning point, noting the partnership could act as a stabilising factor in the international system amid global uncertainty. Alongside defence collaboration, India and the EU concluded negotiations on a long-awaited free trade agreement, which is expected to boost mutual investment and global supply chains. The pact, pending formal approval, could take effect in 2027. The initiative reflects a deepening strategic alignment between India and the European Union, signalling stronger defence, technology and economic ties for the coming decade. Joining us now to discuss this in further detail is Major General A.K. Sawach, a geostrategic expert joining us live from the Indian capital, New Delhi. Thank you very much, Major General Sawach, for joining us here on NewsX World. Let's get straight into this. Of course, a hugely significant development as far as the free trade agreement goes. However, this defence pact is something special too. Why is this India-EU defence partnership being described as a historic turning point?
You see, as far as the complete agreement is a historic, it is a mother of all the agreement as so far. The reason is simple as that the way a churning effect is taking place in world, you can say the trade has become very unpredictable, the supply chains have been disturbed, and especially the way United States is behaving. So therefore, this free trade agreement will be game changing. There are 5 reasons for this. One is that basically this free trade agreement will boost the trade on the both sides. There will be a benefit to both Europe as well as India. In the sense the manufacturing will increase, servicing factor will increase. This will affect 2 billion consumer on the either side, and it will also impact the 25% of the GDP of the world. Now, India has seen it that there are, as far as India-European Union trade is concerned, it is about $137 billion. And India is exporting about 75 to $77 billion, whereas the Europe is exporting about $60 billion. Now, the products which were coming from Europe, they were having a heavy traffic like tariff like the luxury cars of BEMs or Volkswagen, Mercedes and all. So that will be reduced from 110 to 10%. Now, having said so, where is the important thing which is coming? The important thing is security and defense partnership which we are going to have between us and the European Union. It will impact...
and let's focus on that defence pact that's been signed. What kind of platforms or systems are most likely to be co-developed? Naval assets, drones, cyber tools, or something else?
4 things are there. One is cybersecurity, counter-terrorism, maritime security, and also the joint manufacturing and joint production. First of all, joint production and manufacturing, transfer of technology in case if item is to be bought by India from European Union. We are buying a Rafale from France about 140. Now the point which is coming is that it should be transfer of technology and made in India. So this will be give a boost to Indian manufacturing. Second thing, in maritime security is very, very important. After Donald Trump has come in 2.0, the Quad has taken a backseat, and there is a requirement of a global order to be followed there in Indo-Pacific, and for that there is a requirement of this security and defense package which has been signed, and this is not only with India they have signed, they have earlier signed with South Korea and Japan. Now this has become very important for maritime security, rule-based international order, and also protection of the navigational routes. Now that is very important, which is coming. And the third thing, counter-terrorism. The terrorism is increasing. Supply chains are being affected badly by the piracy. That is also very important. So overall, the resilience has to come as far as in your supply chains, and they need to shift from China and US,
Okay.
because over dependence on them is a security risk. So therefore, the point which is coming in, as far as the security and defense partnership is concerned, it is a game changer. It is something what akin to what European Union has signed with South Korea and also with Japan. But what additional thing which it gives is counter-terrorism, maritime security, because the Indian Navy is very strong in the Indian Ocean. So I suppose it will go in wrong way, and also joint protection, joint manufacturing, that will be there. There will be a transfer of technology. Indian export have already increased tremendously in last about 5 to 6 years. It is now 25,000 crore.
Okay.
And we intend to increase it in another 3 to 4 years by 50,000 crore. So how it will happen is that joint protection.
Okay.
Joint protection between us and European Union will make a difference.
Okay, Major General Sawatch, do stay with us as we move from South Asia to the West. And